Hey guys, just wanted to show you how to convert a 6-volt tractor over to a 12-volt tractor. This is my 1950 Ford 8N. Let me show you. It's kind of, I did this with just stuff I had laying around the house. I didn't buy anything. The bracketing system is $100 to buy it, so it is what it is. It works for me. Let me show you here. Alright, so I had a side mount generator. So what I did was I took my generator off. I don't know how much you can see here. And all the bracketing for the generator. This was the original bracket for the generator. So I set the alternator on top of it. And there's another hole back in here, right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a bolt sticking out of it. Yeah. There's another hole that it mounted onto, and there's another bracket back in there. Let me see here. Yeah, there we go. So I put that other bracket on there and came up, it might be a little redneck looking, and screwed the bolt in and used the socket for a spacer. That worked pretty good to secure it. And then what I did, so I went off the main piece back here and just wrapped around just to give it a little bit of support from the back. And I took a ratchet strap and put on that copper and went underneath, all the way underneath. It comes back on this side and loops into that metal piece. Alright. That tightens it up. I mean, it's not going nowhere. I can move the tractor on that thing. The wiring, this was a old, oh shit, that muffler's hot. This is an old alternator I had laying around from a vehicle I junked. It's just a single phase alternator, and what I did was, the old generator was a 3-phase. So what I did was just hook the red one up, that way I didn't have to mess with any wiring, and then come up. Let me go on the other side here. Alright, how much you can see down in there. So here's that red wire coming off the alternator. It originally went over to this, I forget the name of it. Well, anyway, I unhooked it from that resistor or something, I can't remember exactly what it is, and hooked it up to the yellow wire. The yellow wire comes from that over to your amp meter. Now from here, this is the only thing, it comes into your block exchange wherever all the wires hook up. Oops. That's the only thing you have to do is hook that up to the center, and that allows everything to work the way it did before. Your key will still turn, your amp meter will still work, and everything else. Now the important thing is your battery. When you put your 12-volt battery in here, if you all have never been around them, a 6-volt battery works the opposite of a 12-volt. So the positive would be over here hooked to the ground, and the negative would go on down to the solenoid. So on a 12-volt, you have to do it the other way around. Negative always grounds, and positive is where your power comes from. So it goes down to the solenoid. You have to make sure you do that, or you'll mess some stuff up. Now, as far as the distributor or the spark plugs or the starter, you don't have to do any of that stuff. I was really worried about having to change all that stuff out because I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it. They say that you'll burn them out. I've been running mine, I think about 1.5 years now, bush hogging, pushing snow, everything, and it hasn't hurt it a bit. The starter spins a little fast. Well, I did put a new solenoid on it. That's the only thing I've done. I put a new 12-volt solenoid on it, and that wasn't because it fried it. I took it off because I thought my starter had went bad. before I switched to 12 volt, and I split the back of the solenoid on accident, tightened it down too much, so I had to put a new one of those on. But your starter will spin faster, so your tractor will start faster, but that's pretty much it. I'll show you here.